What's going on, family? It's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, Lucky Murray here with 4-4 Sports. And today, Gamecock Nation, Clemson Nation, just the state of South Carolina football is really in shock and disbelief right now. As you know and as you read, the ACC allowed their teams to have a 10-game schedule plus one non-conference, as long as the non-conference was in your home state. But the SEC decided to say they are going to do a conference-only schedule. So that means that South Carolina and Clemson would not play each other for the first time in 111 years. So let's read the story. But before we read the story, I got my sports radio show that I'm starting in the Nosebleed with Lucky Murray. We're going to talk about South Carolina football and some sports. So if you want to know information, click on the link below and join the mailing list if you dig what you're learning and listening to right now. And also check out this channel for South Carolina sports. So we are going to check it out. And here it goes. It says reaction. South Carolina Clemson game will not happen in 2020. For the first time in 11 years, and this is according to the state newspaper, South Carolina and Clemson would not play each other in football this season. The Southeastern Conference announced Thursday, which is today, it will move to a 10-game conference-only schedule for the 2020 season, meaning that the Gamecock, will not be able to play their rivals for the Atlantic Coastal Conference. Sorry, guys. Let me turn it off real quick. The news comes on the heels of Wednesday's announcement from the ACC stating that the teams will play a conference-only schedule with one exception, that the one exception game played against an in-state non-conference opponent would have allowed the Tigers to play USC this season. But the SEC's revision schedule does not allow for such exemption. One of the fiercest rivals in college sports, the USC-Clemson football series dates back to 1896. With both teams playing annually since 1909. The team's 111 consecutive matchup is the second largest active streak between rivals in the country. That streak is now over. Statements from the USC President Bob President Bob, Athletic Director Ray Tanner, and the football coach Will Muschamp confirmed that the Gamecocks will not play the Tigers this season. And blah, 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 blah. Unfortunate, blah, 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 blah. Let's read the Twitter reactions, people. South Carolina can play Missouri, but not Clemson. This is some 2020 logic. Former Clemson women basketball player says. South Carolina is going to travel to Arkansas, but can't play Clemson, who is like 100 miles away. Dumb. I agree with them 110%. So it's cool for South Carolina to travel to Baton Rouge, but not Clemson. COVID only goes after non-conference games, I guess. Scam. And then it says, I would like to apologize to everyone for picking up that monkey's paw and saying, hey, could we maybe not do a Carolina Clemson game this year? The Ringer. And it says, absolutely ridiculous. South Carolina can travel to Baton Rouge, Lexington, Nashville, Gainesville, etc., but can't travel to Clemson to take on the Tigers. The SEC dropped the ball on this one. The Spurs up show. I'm genuinely brokenhearted that South Carolina and Clemson would not play each other in football this year. No matter which team won every year of my life, I look forward to that game. Each team was 0-0 on rivalry Saturday. Football will be the same without that game. And it says two main takeaways. Number one, +1 stuck it at ACC2. Here, do you ever go back to selling fans 8 conference games and a few stinkers every year? So probably read it wrong. One more. I say Clemson, South Carolina should just show up on Thanksgiving morning at Greenwood High School and they're able to try to stop them. So on the bright side, at least we can't lose to Clemson again in 2020. Oh, that fan sucked. Shut up. So here's my thoughts, man. Number one, yes, the SEC has it completely 100% wrong. I don't understand how, if you're going to do conference-only schedules, if you're going to travel throughout the states, okay, Florida's a hotbed right now with COVID-19. Texas is a hotbed right now in COVID-19. So you mean to tell me that South Carolina could travel to these particular schools and play them at their home field? I don't know if fans will be there. It doesn't really matter. but you cannot make an exception for an in-state rival. And a lot of ACC and SEC teams are particular rivals in-state, S-state. So, excuse me, that I don't. This right here, I just believe in this one right here that the problem is, excuse me, guys, this junk playing in my headphones and I can't get it. The problem is we live in a society that everybody wants to be politically correct. Everybody wants to do the right thing. And at the same time, why is there 5 different conferences doing 5 different things in college football? I agree with one of the fans said that, hey, if you're going to play the games. If not, do not play the games at all. Don't halfway do it because COVID-19 can strike you if you're playing conference schedules, if you're playing in a bubble. It doesn't really matter. And I think that for the SEC to have college football and not have Clemson and Carolina playing, and you may be a fan of a particular team that's in the same conference. I mean, it's cool. I mean, Auburn and Alabama don't have no two beasts with each other. I mean, we played Georgia, but it's like that's not. I mean, that's not an indirect rivalry. That's an indirect rivalry. It's not a direct rivalry. So it's like this. How come there's no leadership in college football that will allow these particular entities to have one set rule? Like, that's common sense. Like, look, if your team is an in-state team and they're your rivals in a different conference, most of the ACC, that should be an exception. I don't know what the SEC is doing. I don't know what college football is doing. I don't know, but it needs to be something done because it's like, look here, we don't necessarily listen to the SEC anyway, and now that the SEC has governing powers to make decisions, they make one of the wackiest decisions ever in life, and the NCAA is no better. So are these particular organizations are all about collegiate athletes and their safety, or about the money profit and every man for themselves? And for me, I believe that this right here is a money tool to try to keep as much money as possible and try to keep as much the TV revenue as possible without, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense for the SEC to be like, hey, look, let's just go. Clemson and USC is only 100 miles from each other. It's only 100 miles from each other. And the fact that we can go to Kentucky, we can go to Florida, we can go to all these different schools, but we can't play a team that's in our same state 100 miles from each other? Come on, SEC. Y'all are killing me. This whole COVID-19 thing is killing me because everybody's reactive instead of proactive. And if you took a proactive approach, maybe you should have just said, hey, let's do spring football, right? Good catch. I got hands. Maybe you should have said, hey, look, we'll do spring football. I don't know if that would have worked, but anything is better right now than what y'all throwing up and throwing out. And who says in September that the COVID-19 pandemic is going to be over? So there's no chance that college football may not even be playing. So if it was up to me and I was these conferences, wouldn't it make it more smarter that each team play in the region they're at and you work with different conferences and y'all play a regional schedule? So the travel won't be that far. You know, this is a money grab, guys. It really is. It's a money grab. And I am very disappointed in leadership. And I know that Ray Tanner and the president and Will Muschamp is like, we tried everything I can. Oh, whatever. Nobody wants to hear that. Like, I'm not even interested in watching the football season this year. What for? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not that very good. We're not that good. And for us to sit there, I mean, I was looking for the Clemson game. Like, look, they got us 5 years in a row. They're the defending national championship. It's like, look here, we may have a shot. Now, this year's like, man, I don't even want to watch college football because ain't no fans going to be there. It's just going to be guys just playing football. I might be cool on that. And I pray and I hope that fans of Clemson and fans of college football in general do not watch it and show these particular organizations that care so much about the collegiate athlete that they don't have as much power as they think they do by simply deciding on stupid logic. Really. So here's my thing, man. I'm going to let y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I understand that, you know, we may not beat Clemson. It doesn't really matter. I just wanted to watch the game. and have my hopes up to say that at least we may have a shot. Now, man, I don't even want to look at the schedule. I'm not watching no games. It's no point. It's no point. Our season is a pretty much wash. We have to play. Who's to give me in the SEC? Vanderbilt? Kentucky? Kentucky been spanking us. I think we beat them last year. Who else? The West? Oh, my God. The West? Well, what? Ole Miss? Arkansas? I think Arkansas is probably the worst team there. There's no gimme games. We're the gimme games. Oh, God. Lord, I don't know what these people are doing, man. Let me know what y'all think about the comment section below, man. If you, like I said, man, join my mailing group, man. If you want to hear more, man, I'm starting my own live radio show. I may do once a week or whatever. But let me know, man. I'm just fed up, man. After I heard the news, man, I got sick to my stomach, man. I really did. I was like, this is stupid. This is not even real right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't even play. Just cancel the season like y'all did basketball. Try again next year. I'd rather for you to say that than for us to go to Florida to play them in a bubble and everybody gets the coronavirus, but we can't play our rivals in the upstate. Let me know what you think about this conversation. Again, it's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, Lucky Murray Hill 44 Sports. And, yeah, I'm a little ticked off, man. I'm a little ticked off. Carolina fan here. Would love to play Clemson. I like that one dude said that, hey, Clemson and Carolina just meet up some way. Clemson and Carolina should do something, man. No, man, I don't know. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. But until next time, people.